My first question to you both is really a general one. Please, could you explain mycelium to those who are not familiar with it? Mycelium mycoprotein, biomass fermented proteins, lots of different names for the same thing. Why do you think it's got an important role in the food industry to come? Isabella.
Yeah, okay, shall I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think just starting with what is mycelium and then why it's good for the food system and different alternative protein applications. You can think of mycelium as what you find when you're walking in the forest in the actual soil, the things that actually is the fiber and the vegetative root network of many different types of fungi. I usually have a little slide for this when I'm doing a presentation where you can see the fruiting body of, for example, basidiomycete strains, which are actually mushrooms, right? Colloquially known as mushrooms. And what you find underneath the actual soil is the mycelium. So mycelium is very high in fiber. It has different types of health and nutrition benefits that make it actually quite good when you cultivate it as a pure ingredient for food applications. But it can also be rapidly grown, which I'm sure Jim can discuss in terms of his applications through Enough. You can rapidly grow this type of ingredient using advances in biotechnology, such as liquid state fermentation, different types of that, like you've seen at corn, of course. But there's also different ways of growing it that other companies are working on, such as us at Bosque. I think there's the sustainability aspect as well. So you have something that you can rapidly produce. You have something that is nutritious, that is high in protein and fiber, also other micronutrients. But you also have the fact that you can produce this type of ingredient, which can be a replacement for certain proteins or even other ingredients that are going into plant-based products or vegan products that can be grown with a fraction of the land, water, energy footprint as animal meat, right? Even in comparison to some plant-based proteins, it's even more sustainable. So I think in general, when I am looking at mycelium as something that we can use to create more sustainable products, it's because you can produce it in future-proof scenarios, right? Using something like us, which is more akin to indoor urban farming, or something like Enough, which is probably more akin to something in between pharmaceutical bioreactor and beer brewing in a way. So there's ways where you can produce these ingredients rapidly, but also with very, very minimal inputs to be able to get something of great value. Yeah, there's many other reasons, but I'll stop there and give Jim a chance.